Am I audible? Okay, so let us start the lecture. So in last lecture we finished Unit 3, Lecture 1. Now we are going to start Unit 3, Lecture 2. So in today's lectures we shall discuss web server attacks methodology. These are gathering information, footprinting and mirroring website, web server attacks tools, and there are few countermeasures we have need to take in order to avoid web server attacks. So my screen is visual. Syed?
Yes, visible. Yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay. So screen is visual. So okay, continue. So gathering information about web server. In order to do web server attacks, we will gather information. So first simple step is ping. We can type ping and we can type the website name and they will show. The IP address of Microsoft.com. Here we are typing ping Microsoft.com and we are getting the IP 172.217.166.110. Then there is another command called nslookup. nslookup and we can type the domain name and we'll see the IP address. Again, same IP address. Then there are another tool called DNS lookup. There is a website whatismyip.com. There is a tab DNS lookup. You can click there and you can type the domain name and you can see the IP address of that domain. We can also discover neighboring IP host. For that, we can open the domain called ipneighbors.com and we can type the domain name and then we'll find the IP address. So we'll find IP neighbors means IP neighbors are those websites who are listed under the same IP address. There is a website informer.com. They will give you the detail about the Alexa rank. They will give you the detail about the daily visitors. They will give you the detail of DNS that will help to attack. They will also give you the net ranges. They will give the CIDR and they will give you the net handles and origin AS along with the parents. So this information also you will get who is information about websites. So here there are subdomains that will help you to attack. There is also honor emails that you may hack it to get access of google.com. There are some associated emails. We may try to hack that also. Also, there is a whois.net, there is a whois.info, there is a whois.domainstools.com. You can use that. So when we are using opening whois record, it say how what is the age of google.com, when google.com registered, what is the IP address, what are the name servers, who are the registrar. Also, website informers give you year-wise detail. So it is showing 2 years ago Google was showing like this. This year, 1 year ago Google was showing like this, and this year Google is this. So if there is a changes in home pages, we can also detect. Also, there is a tool in Kali called Maltego. Maltego is an open source intelligent and forensic application. It will offer you timeless mining and gathering of information as well as representation of this information in an easy to understand format. To perform active and passive reconnaissance using Maltego and STTrack mirroring tools to collect technical information from scanme.nmap.org. So see, here I type Maltego -h is a command Maltego not found, then they will install it. Okay, and so after installing it, I am typing the command called Maltego and the domain name. So it is a opening one GUI based screen. I am selected. I am going to selected here Maltego 1. So Maltego 1 is the new unified solution to access and activate Maltego plans for professional and enterprises. But there are some also Maltego XL extra large. So it is a premium solution to visualize large data set and allow for more than 10,000 entities in single graph. Also, there is another tool called Maltego Classic. Is a commercial version that we have to buy. We can purchase. And there is also Maltego CE Community Edition that is a free that I am going to run here. So it will install and can be run to generate graph, but the features are limited and the resulting graph may not be used for commercial purpose. Also, Maltego case file graphs can only be created manually and no transform may be run. More types of entities will be installed and the resulting graphs may be used for commercial purpose. So we are selecting Maltego CE. Then they asking you to register. We accept the term and condition. We type on the next. Then they send me an email in order to activate my account. And then I click on the email. I given the name, surname, this email address. They send me one link on this email. I click on that to activate it. Then this is the example graph they are opening. So we can provide the target IP, they can generate the graph. And for every different server, different terminal, for every different types of machine, there will be unique images used. So we can detect which is this, which is this. So this example graphs will also help us to gather information about any website. So when we go to machine and we click on the run machine or new machine, then it will show a start machine. First time it will show. Then we'll select any option. Here we are selecting footprint L1. Then in domain name we are typing the domain which we are going to target. Then it is a searching a start. It make one graph of a scanme.nweb.org. It generated another. Then they find some IP address. They generated one more icon, and then they assume the block size, and then they create another IP, get the one another IP ranges. Then they got some ports, and then they make Linode F. So previously we see how we gather information using Maltego. Here gather information using STT Track. STT Track is an offline browser utility allowing you to download a worldwide website from the internet to a local directory, building recursively all directory, getting HTML images and other files from the server to your computer. STT tracks arrange the original site's relative link structure. Simply open a page of the mirror website in your browser and you can browse the site from link to link. And as if you are viewing it online, STT track can also update an existing mirror site and resume interrupted downloads. HTTP track is fully configurable and has an integrated help system. So what we will do on in Kali terminal we type HTTP track, say it is not found, so we have to install it. We are going to install. We have to give the admin password. There. Along with Maltego, HTTP track, ping, website informer, who is, there is also Recon NG. Recon NG is a full featured. Recon NG is a full featured web reconnaissance framework written in Python Complete with independent modules, database interaction, built-in convenience function, interactive help, and command completion. Recon NG provides a powerful environment in which open source web-based reconnaissance can be conducted quickly and thoroughly. Recon NG has a look and feel similar to the Metasploit framework, reducing the learning curve for leveraging the framework. However, it is quite different. Recon NG is not intended to compete with existing framework as it is designed exclusively for web-based open source reconnaissance. If you want to exploit, use the Metasploit framework. If you want to social engineer, we can use the social engineer toolkit. So how we do footprinting of website using Recon NG? So we just type Recon NG, it show you the available features. Then we can type the workspace, and then we can type the workspace create. We are going to create a workspace with a name called Jack. Then we will search marketplace search. Then we will find a list of some marketplace. We will find one view DNS reverse who is, and then we are going to install that marketplace. So we'll type marketplace install and this one. Then after installing, we'll load modules, load, and this will pass this address. So this module will load, and now where we should option set source google.com, and then we run. So it will get the information about the google.com. This script view DNS reverse who is module will give all the information about google.com. This will be the result you will see. Similarly, we can create a workspace. We can use that. You can search marketplace. Inside that you will find so many modules of Twitter, LinkedIn, GitHubs, and you will load that. First you install that, then you will load that, then you can explore that. Then there is another tool called Nessus that is also used for footprinting website. So I downloaded Nessus. I open in my laptop. Then there is a target window. I type the IP address which I am going to target. Then I will click on the submit. Nessus found the following host listed below from your list of targets. So they find only one IP address on this web domain name. So we start running a scan. So when after running a scan, they are showing the IP address. Scan start on this time, and they show the number of count of vulnerability found inside this IP address. So they are showing they find 11 vulnerability SS. Then there is another option. We can mirroring website using HTTrack. HTTrack arrange the original site's relative link structure. So we simply open a page of the mirror website in your browser, and you can browse the site from link to link as if you were viewing it online. HTTrack can also update an existing mirror site and resume interrupted downloads. So for assignment 3, you can make a section. In first section, you can type the ping. For NS, second section, you can use the NS lookup to target any web server which you have created, or you can use the existing one also. You can make the third section DNS lookup. You can make the fourth section IP neighbors. So do this today during classes and practice it and make the assignment. Then you can make the fifth section gathering information about web server using Multigo. In 6 sections, you can make gathering information about web server using HTTrack. 7th section maybe footprinting web server using Recon NG, and the last section of third assignment may be footprinting website using Nessus. You may use some also. So now we are seeing some other web server attacks tools. So what happened in web server? There is a web server. There is a database server associated with it. There are computer server. There are attackers. There are client is. There is a request and response between client and web server. There is a attacker. They try to become a client and they try to attack on it. There is a web browser. We can also alert attack based on the analyzing the Wireshark packets. So till now we have seen the tools called STT Track, Nessus, ReconNG, Maltego. Website Informer, who is DNS lookup, NS lookup, ping for gathering information about web server or website. Then there are tools. What information you have gathered using 7 tools. You will use that information in order to attack on the web server. For that, you will use a tool called Metasploit. Metasploit framework may be a penetration testing toolkit, exploit development platform, and research tool that has hundreds of working remote exploits for a spread of platform. It supports fully automated exploitation of web server by abusing non-vulnerabilities and leveraging weak passwords via telnet, HTTP, SNM. So there are some features of Metasploit that can attacker use to perform web server attacks. These are closed loop vulnerability validation, phishing simulation, social engineering, manual brute forcing, manual exploitation. Evade leading defensive solutions. So what we can do here, if you are unable to install and configure your own server, then you may use the existing. Select any existing web server, for example, maybe google.com, or there are so many. Then you can gather information about Google, about your target website using ping, NS lookup, DNS lookup, who is website informer, Maltego, STT track, Recon NG. So this assignment are now become optional. Either you can do above steps or you can do below steps. So here we are removing gather information. Gathering is one part and attacking is another. Okay. So either do a text or either gather information. It will be lengthy task. It will short tasks, but it will need some skills to apply your mind. Metasploit enables pen tester to complete pen test assignment faster by automating repeating tasks and leveraging multi-level attacks. It accesses the security of web application, network, and endpoint system as well as email users. It tunnels any traffic through compromised target to pivot deeper into the network. It customizes the content and template of executive audit and technical report. And then these are the countermeasures for web server based attack. We can keep web server patched and updated. We can disable client side scripting. We can block unsigned applets. We can disable cookie. We can use a proxy server with content filtering. We do not install a scripting language on web servers. We can inspect all scripts before deploying them. We can audit and log activity. We can also deny access from non-malicious domain. We can disable harmful or exploited URL constructions such as directory traversal, backslashes, or multiple CGI processes in a single URL. We can also restrict non-web file types from being referenced in a URL. We shall also disable unused script extension mappings. We can redirect malicious requests to pages with legal warnings. So now we have finished web server hacking, and you may see the uniqueness of your syllabus. So after the you can see the web server attacks tools countermeasures in fourth line. There is a wireless network hacking, and this wireless network hacking should be part of the unit 4, but they have put these sections here. So in order to finish unit 3, we shall start wireless network hacking in afternoon class. Till now, we have finished web server hacking, half part of unit 3, and maybe this week we shall finish unit 3 and then unit 4 and unit 5 in next month of February, and maybe you will give the exam of first semester in February. So we meet